We're probably going to want the Hollow Theatres, actually, because that produces unity and amenities. So maybe get the monument. And then Hollow Theatres. Or Hollow Theatres, then a monument. Hollow Theatres first, regardless. For which we just need a lot more. And we have a tradition already? That came quickly. So, traditions. You no longer have one of each. You can pick your own. So there are 7 slots. 10 total options. Map looks beautiful. Is that a mod? Nope. Everything's vanilla. Oh, it's the Discovery. Unlocks Edict Map the Stars. Gotcha. So that probably is a good idea. Because Map the Stars is very, very good. Anomaly research speed is increased. Adopting all Discovery traditions will grant the following research speed, which is definitely good, and an attention perk. Gives us the research cooperative, which we can't use because Inward Perfectionist. Survey speed increased. Science ship disengage chance increased. Research subsidies, edict. Research station output, research from starbase. Research alternative, scientist level cap. Leader experience, level cap. Adaptability, pop housing usage. So we can have an even deeper population. And then we can get planetary prospecting, which allows us to prospect an additional resource deposit once on our planets. What is a resource deposit? Oh, resource deposit, as in these things. What do those numbers mean? I don't know what that means. Wait, we have 8 teeming reefs, 3 submerged ore veins, and 4 underwater vents. So it's 3 times 4 is 12. Ah, I see. This is just giving us the totals. But if it's just one planetary feature compared to everything else we've got... Yeah, this has completely been rebalanced. What else does it give us? Monthly food output, 10%. Orbital bombardment damage reduced. Defense army damage increased. Habitability increased. All of our planets gain 1 build slot. Resettlement cost reduced. I don't resettle though. Domination. Clear blockers. We don't have any blockers. Empire size from pops. Oh, that's a point. What's our empire size right now? There we go, 46. So, yeah. Population's gonna have a big bearing on this. While empire size is at or below 100, no other costs are being modified. Good to know. Governor level cap, monthly influence. Capital buildings and housing produce 1 extra housing. Ruler level cap. Edict fund plus another 50. Enhanced surveillance. Enforcers also produce unity. Resource output from workers and slaves. Hegemony Federation, but that's irrelevant to us. Expansion. Colony development speed. Max districts on non-artificial plus 1. Starbase influence cost. Empire size from systems and colonies. So domination's more about having high population. Expansion's more about having more planets. This is tall versus wide. They've really changed how domination works. Starbase upkeep reduced. New colonies start with additional pop. Pop growth increased by 10%. And then there is harmony. Population food upkeep reduced. Mineral upkeep reduced. Empire size from pops minus 10. So harmony is probably going to be freaking amazing for us. Leader lifespan. Leader level cap. Time it takes for unemployed pops to demote stratums reduced. Edict fund even higher. Governing ethics attraction increased. Stability increased on all planets. Yeah, harmony sounds amazing for us, actually. I like Mercantile to get the node with the trade economy options. Well, we're about to look at that. So trade protection +5, collection range +1. Collection range +1 is nice, because that's global. Mercantile traditions of grants trade value +10, access to the Trade League Federation, which is irrelevant. Clerks produce additional trade. Commercial zones produce merchants. Oh, the consumer benefits. Marketplace of ideas, trade policies, which allows us to convert trade value into consumer goods and unity. That's nice. Trade value increased, market fees reduced. Prosperity, mining station output. This is again more wide than tall. Resources from jobs +5, stability +5. Building upkeep and district upkeep reduced. Specialist pop, resource output +5. City districts produce more clerks. Trade districts produce more clerks. Buildings and districts build speed reduced. Sorry, build speed increased, cost reduced. City districts produce extra housing, so prosperity could be good for tall as well, actually. Subterfuge. Pretty sure that this is going to be irrelevant to us because we're going to be very, very bad at subterfuge. Code breaking +1. Operations refund 50% of their infiltration. Encryption +1. Hostile operation difficulty +1. Hostile operation +10. 10 intel on spying empires. Code breaking operation skills. Infiltration speed. Supremacy. Naval capacity +20. Army damage +20. War doctrine policies. Build cost reduced by 10. Ship build increased by 25. Upkeep reduced by 10. Capacity increased by 20. Fleet command limit increased by 20. That's quite hefty. Admiral level cap increased by 2. Ship fire increased by 10. Orbital bombardment increased by 10. Damage versus star bases increased by 20. This is kind of beginning to feel like supremacy is a bit of a must-have. Starbase capacity +2, starbase upgrade +50, defense platforms +50, starbase upkeep -20. Strongholds now produce unity. Army defense is increased. Orbital bombardment reduced, war exhaustion reduced. Hostile claim influence increased. War unyielding. Unyielding would be better for us. While in a defensive war, we can't declare... Well, we can declare wars, we just can't do unrestricted wars. Defensive war with another empire. Build speed is increased by 33%. Ship fire rates increased by 15 while in our own borders. Starbases and defense platforms have their hit points and damage increased. Ooh, so one of the problems that Starbases always had is their damage always felt kind of low. So having their hit points and damage increased by that much... Unyielding is looking really good, and then also more starbase capacity. And I think as unyielding, as inward perfectionist, we get bonuses to starbase cost. I think. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Xenophobe. Starbase influence cost is reduced. So we probably do want to have a lot of starbases. Think deposits what you mine from space. I don't think they are, because it specifically says on your planet. It was from what here? Yeah, max districts, non-artificial planets only +1. Oh no, it wasn't. Dang on, it wasn't districts, was it? I know what districts are. Planetary prospecting, that was it, which allows us to prospect for additional resource deposit once on our planets. So it's specifically on the planet. With the extra edicts from Inward Perfection, you might be able to negate the espionage negatives or even get net bonuses. Espionage might be good for business. Well, I'm thinking Discovery is a good choice because Map the Stars is a really, really good edict. And more tech is always good. And then after that, we need to choose more. But I think I'm at the moment going to go for Discovery. Because I do want to start making use of my edict, seeing as we have that edict pool. So Map the Stars, survey speed increased by 25%, anomaly discovery chance plus 10, ship hyperlane, detection range plus 1. So get that one going. Stability is 75. Where's happiness? Alright, onwards. How much unity are we producing? We're actually producing quite a lot, so when's the next unlock? 343. I'm guessing they do get more expensive over time, though. Also, we have the required stuff to build... We don't. Need to be 60. And we were going to do the Hollow Theatre so we can get the amenities. Because yes, that does reduce happiness. Where is happiness shown? Crime has also disappeared in the meantime for some reason. But there are no pops anymore. It's all done by the work. Oh, happiness. There it is, 68. I was hoping to see like a planetary average. Oh, shoot. That's me being silly. I meant to survey. I pressed the wrong button. Good point. Otherwise I would have been very confused. Right, we have enough to build the thing. So let's build the thing. And we decided that we were going to get the Hollow Theatres because amenities are going to be a problem more than anything else. The Cybrex. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient civilization on Edorvang 1. Incredibly, this civilization, which apparently referred to itself as the Cybrex, seems to have been made up of machines that were linked together in some sort of collective consciousness. The age of the artifacts indicate they were active some 600,000 years ago. In this portion of the galaxy at least, but we have learned nothing of their exact origins. According to a partial data fragment that our scientists managed to extract from the artifacts, the Cybrex at some point launched a crusade to destroy all sapient organic life in the galaxy for reasons unknown. Also, we have our first upgrade, so we can get survey speed increased. Let's do that. Because we're definitely going to need to do some more surveying. Also, I would really like to get a second scientist. The administration of New South Wales has received a report to an alien remnant of some apprehension. The leavings in question are now widely considered to be definitive proofs of unknown forces once having been active in the galaxy, though some prominent drifter thinkers reject this in favour of identifying the traces as freak geological formations or results of curious natural phenomena. We need 100 unity to do that. First contact protocols. Our recent encounter with alien life forms has reignited and made suddenly more urgent the old debate on how we should approach contacting any potentially intelligent alien civilizations we may meet. While some advocate taking hostile preemptive action against them, others advise caution, pointing out that it would be wise to learn more about the alien capabilities before we risk antagonizing them. So we can't welcome them with open arms. However, we can be cautious, and I think that is what we're going to do. We can't also threaten them, so we can only be cautious. This isn't really a choice game. During its survey of Edar Vang 3A, the WAV sailing seabird discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed Zro. It is an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles that seems to have been deposited there through meteor impact, but its true origin is a mystery. If ingested on psionically gifted individuals, the aerosol could act as a very potent, potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. Right, speaking of which, we do want to start thinking about star bases.
Space charts updated.
Which will cost 100 alloys and 60 influence. Alloys? Did they always cost alloys? I don't think they did. And then the other thing I want to do is build another science ship. And then I also want to take a look at the leaders again to see what's available, because these seem to constantly change. Actually very, very rapidly.
We grow ever stronger.
And there we go, we have expanded to Edar Vang. Am I going to look at ship designs? There is no point looking at ship designs because I have not unlocked any new ship components. But eventually, yes, of course. Right, I think I'm going to recruit you. We're going to change who's working on the technologies. Because you... Whoops. Shoot. You should be the genius. You should be the new engineering guy. And then the long-lived person looks on here. And then you are going to head over in this direction where you're going to survey the planets as opposed to, explore them, because I picked that one wrong. And you're just going to go ahead and survey all those. Go.
What have we here?
We'll leave the anomalies for now. Unfortunately, we didn't find a surveying specialist. That's what I would really have liked to have had. We're very, very close to getting the new one. Archaeological site discovered. We need a scientist to do this. Hellish difficulty. An artificial construct thousands of kilometers across is readily visible from Vindram and Nix's orbit. The shape seems to indicate a location of importance in the middle of it. Sensory readings from the orbit indicate nothing out of the ordinary. On closer inspection is warranted. Just dropped in and wow, you really just started. Yep, brand new game. New Unity, so we can get the research station output, research subsidies. I think I'd rather go down this chain for the moment. Try to get the leader experience because we are starting to skill up already.
System has been charted.
Right, so that's where the archaeological thing was. Let's go ahead and claim it.
Anomalous space-time continuum ahead.
Leave it be for now, because I still want to look for better leaders. There's one. Anomaly discovery chance. That's the guy we want. So let's put him... in that ship. And then New South Wales is going to build another science ship.
A system has been charted.
And yeah, you continue up that way, that's fine. And then we need the situation log, so I can see where the anomalies are. There they are. Is that the difficulty? That is the difficulty. So you go ahead and research that, and then that. Habitable World Survey. We now know, without a doubt, that a living, thriving biosphere is not something unique to New South Wales, but both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue this life we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts to habitable, life-bearing worlds. I really agree with that. That seems good to me. Sonified science. The Hydrazan crew have succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the ULA system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation to be precise, and one that Science Officer Jackson cannot seem to get out of their head. Who or what may have comprised this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin from outside of our galaxy. Which reminds me, for some reason, that I need to rename some of my scientists. So this is going to be Panda, Clue Line, Panda come get me Clue Line, and this is going to be Skysail. That sounds suspiciously similar to Skyspan. We're going to call you Gladio. As in Equitum Gladio. Gladio Skysail. Awesome. And I could rename the science ships, because their names are going to continue to come up. The Sailing Seabird, actually. Hydrazoan, Cunning Krill. You know what? Those names are kind of cool. We'll leave those. The first two X's of the 4X are really the best. Yes, explore and expand. Slipways is fun. Yeah. I streamed it a few times.
Our lookouts have detected an anomaly.
We'll
A
stay
system has been charted.
out of there for now, so you continue to survey our neighbours. Over to that direction. I kind of feel like we could potentially do with another surveyor. I mean, maniacal for the research speed would be nice, but I don't think you'd be that useful just yet. I'm also a little bit tempted to add a couple more ships. To here. Let's get you up to 5, just in case we come across bad guys. And I've been completely forgetting to build up the capital here. So stability is doing nicely. We've got tons of amenities at this point. So I think that this is definitely going to be the opportunity to get the Autochthon Monument going. And we could probably start working on some of the districts as well. Although this is Does this provide jobs? No. However, the more perks that we've taken, the more unity you produce, which is kind of interesting. Done there. Build those mining stations up. In fact, while you're here, build those mining stations. Then come and build those. Crystal Codex. The mineral cluster is a high holographic record, multi-sided, many-edged, and translucent. It remains secure in the Cunning Krill's tractor beam, and our experts will need some time to decode its contents. A special project has been issued to expedite this process.
There is
Very
new
well.
information in the situation log.
Situation log. Get it done. And then we have another tradition. So this is increasing our experience gain for all of our leaders and also the cap, which will be awesome. No new leaders available just yet. Continue researching that. I feel like they've increased the speed of this game. Things are moving much, much faster than I remember, which is good. Taste of Home. Closer study of Ublea 3 has revealed that the planet's primary chemical composition is in fact identical to an ester found in berries on New South Wales. Might be because of my new CPU. I don't remember the last time I played Stellaris, but the CPU does usually speed the game up. Which the locals have been distilling into inebriants for thousands of years. The ester on Ublea 3 likely comes from the nebula that cloaks the system, containing billions of litres of the same substance. Ethildren has secured several samples of the familiar ester, and after rigorous biohazard testing, has even sampled it, describing the scent and the taste as a little taste of home, within the chill of the void. The crew of the Cunning Creel suggests that such an exotic variant of the well-known Wavebreaker beverage could be quite popular amongst the citizens. Exotic inebriants added for 10 years, giving happiness and influence gain, but losing research. Time to break out the glassware. We're going to drink the void booze.
Research complete.
Excellent. Build speed, afterburners, build speed. Let's get the planetary build speed, although that may not be massively important because of how big this planet is. Okay, now we have unemployment, so we need to generate some new jobs. What are we shortest on? Minerals, for sure.